Yeah, I'm out here on my Mustang 86 and I am trying to install BMR's upper torque box reinforcement, and I haven't seen anybody really talk about it. I know Donnie B had a video, but his stuff was corrupted, so he didn't have a lot of footage on it. So there's some stuff on their instructions they don't really tell you about. One is this is the cross member that goes from one side of the torque box all the way over to the other side and ties them together. They tell you in the instructions that you're going to have to modify your pinion snubber, which is, I've got the stock one right there. And you see I had to cut this, that gap out of it in order to be able to put that cross member up in there. So you're going to have to do that. That's one thing. The other thing is they tell you is you may have to modify your brake line hose. The holder for it. This, I can get up there, actually goes up in there like that. And it's got 2 rivets. So you got to take the rivets out and drop it down. And then you're going to have to grind that side of the plate out that's closest to the bar in order to get that to fit around the bar, and then you got to put it back up in there and rivet it back. So that's the modifications that they're talking about. There's the pinion snubber again. That's my stop bracket. So you pretty much have to put the bar and that bracket back in together, because you can't get it between the floorboard and all after the bar is in there. So that was the modifications. The steps on this thing are like, there's 12 steps in the instructions, something like that. They make it look simple, but there's a lot of stuff, at least for me, that I had to do in order to get this thing to start going in. The other thing is, let me get out from under here. Yeah, get this up in place like you want it, and leave it, and use these holes, especially on the back side, to drill your 3/8 inch holes first, and then turn around and do the back side with this in place. That way you know your holes are going to line up all the way through, because if you drill these and take this off or whatever, try to line them up, you're not going to be able to get it to line up. Also, on the driver's side, let me show you this. All right, on the driver's side, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. This hole right here, as you can see, your spare tire ghost is in the way, so you have to drill this kind of at an angle, right up through here at an angle. And then I kind of went back and from the other side and drilled through and kind of lined it up best I could, because otherwise your hole is actually pointed, let's see if I can get my finger up in there. Your hole is actually pointed that way, because you got to drill it at an angle. Excuse me. But so far that's about it. Once you get that done, it's not too bad. The biggest thing I was fighting with, like I say, was that brake line bracket, grinding this out, and then kind of marking my spot, and took the pinion snubber and this bar back out and cut that L out of it, and then kind of put it back in together. I still got to put the screws in it, but right now that's where it's going to go. But yeah, like I say, nobody's really talked about installing this. After that, it's pretty much straightforward. You put your upper control arms in, put this longer bolt that they give you through here, put that in place, and then put that in. Yep. And everything should line up. And tighten it all down, and that should be it. But anyway, that's what I got. I was just wanting to show everybody, kind of talk about it. And that was it. Check y'all later. Bye. One other thing, guys, this plate on both sides, when you slide it up into place, see if I can get you a good, this bracket right here, this right here is going to interfere with this ear. I actually had to take a grinder and kind of grind this edge off as best I could, actually on both sides. It's easier to get in here when you don't have, all your suspension and all in here. So I ground this out to make a place for this ear to sit up in here. Like I say, I had to do that on both sides. Otherwise, when you push this up, it wants to hit this, and you can't get it quite as flush as you need to, or that I was happy with anyway. So like I said, I ground that down on both sides and then repainted it, so I didn't have bare metal. Let me show you on the other side. Yeah, I had to, you can see where I ground this down, and it's shiny, but it's been painted black, just to get that edge off right there, so the ear could go up in here and not cause an issue and hit. And that was it. Just wanted to add that in. Thanks.